Hey guys, how you guys doing? It's August 12th, 2019. Hoping you're having a wonderful day, a blessed day indeed. It's been a couple days since my last video. Sorry. The world keeps on turning. News comes out, but I'm just a regular guy. All right, I get busy. My family needs me. Working on the house, working on my parents' house. But I'm hoping that I'm gonna be able to put out more videos. I gotta start traveling for work in a couple hours, all right, and then after I'm there, I should be able to get settled in. Tonight I'm going to be on a job site, and then I'll be in my hotel. Want to give you guys a few updates, all right, because you guys are like, dude, get to the updates. We want to learn about the world, what's been going on, all right. India-Pakistan, okay. What's happening in Kashmir currently is they are on lockdown, all right. There's massive restrictions. The Indian media is putting out that they're easing restrictions, but this is just, from what I've seen, just not true, okay? And any restrictions that they have eased have been met with riots and protests in Kashmir, okay? Now, the BBC a couple days ago put out a video of these protests going on, and India called it fake news. They said this just was not true, all right? It depends on where your loyalty lies. If your loyalty lies with Pakistan, you're saying, hey, people in Kashmir, they're being hurt, they're being killed, okay? There's a human rights issue going on currently and has been going on for quite some time now. And if your loyalty lies with India, you're trusting Prime Minister Modi and his government and the Indian media, which, just like the U.S. media, is extremely biased. They have an agenda. I've been watching them for a week now, and it is insane to see the propaganda that they are pushing. But if you are loyal to the Indian side by fault, all right, you're saying, hey, listen, these restrictions are up because we want to save the Kashmiris from Pakistani terror, okay? What we do know is multiple satellite images have come out. Pakistani naval vessels have left their berth. They are out to sea at this moment. All right, massive military movement on both sides. Okay, from the Pakistani side and the Indian side. The LOC has still been hot, but it's hard to, like I said, it's hard to get information right now because of all the restrictions going on. All right, but there's been way more fake news than actual news from what I've seen on both sides. Okay, on both sides, it's getting to a point where it's hard to look at this situation and not just take a step back. All right, and that's what I've currently done. The situation is not over. Okay, we're going to see more conflict between India and Pakistan over Kashmir. It's just what's going to happen. Okay, but currently we're kind of just at that wait and see moment. We have to see what happens. Okay, a lot of people have stated that the majority of Pakistani civilians in Pakistan do want or they support a war with India over Kashmir. Okay, now the Pakistani Prime Minister has been dealt his hand, and he's been acting in I guess a rather calm manner. He's trying to do things diplomatically, but it looks like that's probably not going to work. I mean, no one's really going to touch India for this. All right, just like no one touched Russia when they took over Crimea, right? So we're just kind of at a wait and see situation with that. Talking about Iran, okay, because we're going to see this coalition of naval forces in the Strait of Hormuz. And their whole reason for them being there, or so they say, is for maritime security. All right, so basically these tankers can go through the Strait of Hormuz and not fear being taken over by the IRGC. Okay, now one country that has joined this coalition in intelligence aspect is the Israelis, and Iran is not happy about this whatsoever. Okay. Israel stated that they're going to join this coalition. Iran stated that them joining this coalition could spark a conflict in the region. All right, so this is another thing we need to watch. The third thing we need to watch is Venezuela. All right, and I know we haven't talked about Venezuela for a while. This is what happens. Certain theaters in the world, they get hot, they get heavy, and we focus all of our time on them. and then we forget about others. You know, I could spend a whole day talking about different theaters in the world, but I don't have that time. But Venezuela, okay, Maduro, there's rumors going around that Maduro is ready to disband the National Assembly, which is basically like the President of the United States saying, "Oh, Congress is not legal anymore. They can't do anything legally. No laws can be created. You know, there's just a mouthpiece of nothing." Okay, and a lot of people believe that if Maduro goes ahead with this and does disband the National Assembly, that could incite a war between the U.S. and Venezuela. All right, especially with Juan Guaido. I know Juan Guaido. We haven't heard that name in forever, right? Because it looks like the U.S. failed coup through Juan Guaido. It failed. It did not work. Okay. So, of course, the U.S. forgot about Venezuela for a while. The world forgot about Venezuela for a while. But they're back in the news. That's a situation we need to watch also. Really, that's all I can think about right now. Trump's foreign policy of appeasement with North Korea just continues. I mean, day after day, we hear about different tests going on in North Korea, different violations of UN resolutions, and Trump and his administration are like, nah, no big deal, don't worry about it. You know, we're best buds, and it's insane to me. It's crazy. This foreign policy of appeasement, you know, it has me hitting my head against the wall. But that's for another time and another discussion. All right. As more information about all this comes out, I'll let you guys know. We'll talk about. We'll discuss it. All right. The next time you see me, I'll probably be in a hotel room. So, you know, I'm hoping for safe travels. I'm gonna grab a beer. I'm gonna say a few prayers. Well, not grab a beer per se. I'll probably grab a beer when I get there. But say some prayers, of course, and always keep my eyes to the skies. God bless.